Okay.
Hollow skate trucks. They were all the craze when they came out, and definitely I saw a lot of videos and a lot of people talking about it back in 2016 all the way up to 2017. People said that it was super light. People said that made them ollie higher. People said that they were scared that they were going to break easier because of the hollow hanger. It's 2020 now, and what was once revolutionary technology in skateboarding might not be so. We have titanium trucks now. We have 3D printed trucks. We have carbon fiber boards that are more commonly used now. So how well does that truck actually hold up? Well, I recently changed my 8-year-old skate trucks. They're slant trucks. If you don't know what slant is, they usually make longboard trucks, but this was their skateboard truck. Not the best quality, but it worked. And I recently changed over to the independent hollows. None of you guys seem to notice, probably because they're both black. I love black skate trucks. I think they look great. Here are a few disclaimers. First of all, I've had the same set of trucks for my entire skate life. They're really old, really wrecked, and they were starting to rust. Second of all, these are the indie hollows, not the thunder hollows. Third of all, these are just my opinions and based on my perspective, so please try to consider that. Alright, so let's jump into it. I'm also going to be vlogging to show you guys what I mean, so yeah. My bearing is fixing up. That is not good. So the first thing, of course, the most important thing, is of course the weight. The indie hollows are lighter than the indie standards. I tested out some of my friends' boards that have standard independents, tried to ride them, tried to tell the differences, and they're both quality trucks. But independents are known to be pretty heavy trucks. If you go over to the indie hollows, they will be more of a standard truck weight, similar to other skate trucks, like the Thunders. When I compared the two and weighed them between my hands, there was only a slight difference with the indie hollows being slightly lighter. If we look at the actual specs, the indie hollow is 368 grams. It's supposedly 7 to 8% lighter than the standard trucks, and the Thunder hollows are 306 grams. Pretty big of a difference. If you want a really light truck, I would suggest going with the Thunder hollows. Or if you really like independents, there are a few more options. As you can see, there's the forged hollow and the forged titanium, which are even lighter, but still heavier than the Thunder hollows. They do have a hollow hanger, and they make their base plates a little bit thinner to try and lose weight. But that also means that you're lower to the ground. And that definitely took me a while to get adjusted to ollieing like that and popping like that. Was definitely an issue. The most upsetting thing to me is that for some reason these trucks made me have to relearn my heel flips. Before I got these trucks, I was finally getting the hang of them, but I lost them again, so I'm trying to work up to it again. But for someone that's more advanced than me, I don't think that'll be too much of a problem. Like I said previously, independents are known for their pretty heavy trucks, but that's probably because they use a heavy metal. They are pretty damn quality trucks, I will say that. As a truck, the indie hollows are really, really good quality. They grind really well, and they feel really good, and they skate really well. Apart from adjusting to the weight and a thinner base plate, some people have been scared that hollow trucks will be easier to break. I have been skating them for about 2 months, 1.5 months, somewhere there. They're holding up really well. You cannot tell that they're hollow. They don't feel fragile. They feel very sturdy. And although the base plate is surprisingly super thin, it's still really sturdy. I would not be scared of them breaking. It's made out of a very quality metal, so it'll hold up. I don't think that that's a concern. I do think that the weight did throw me off, even though it was slight, because I'm so used to the same set of trucks. But as long as you get adjusted to the weight, I don't think that's too much of a difference.
Good.
Way too deep. You can't see it on camera, but it is way too steep. Overall, it is now 2020, and from this perspective, I don't think that hollow trucks are as hyped up as we used to think that they were. They are going to be a little bit more expensive because it is harder to make, of course, but they're not that much different than a normal truck. I think that every truck that you try will have slight differences that you will have to get used to. I'm sure the Thunderers and the Thunder Hollows are also the same, as well as the different forms of lighter indie trucks. Of course, independents are going to be heavier because they are known for that, and I know a lot of people do love their indies and they do like that weight. I feel like the only time that you would need to get a hollow truck is if you really like that brand and that weight is just a little bit too heavy for you, so you want to downgrade the weight. Otherwise, I think that hollow trucks are just as good as normal standard trucks. Personally, don't believe it's too much of a difference. Oh yeah, these are what my trucks look like. They've been holding up pretty well. They've only been scratched in the surface, so I've been doing a lot more grinds, and hasn't gone down to the kingpin, so it's pretty sturdy, pretty good. And sometimes I don't think you need to change your trucks unless they are really getting bad, rusting and stuff, grinded down to the kingpin, then it might be a problem. But overall, maybe you just need some new bushings, because I noticed that the bushings in the Indie Hollows were definitely really quality. It made the ride feel very comfortable, and it definitely helped with pivots and 180s, stuff like that. They're not too much different. If you want a slightly lighter truck, then you go with the hollow versions of that company. Would I recommend getting the Indie Hollows? Yes, I would. As a truck itself, they are very quality. As a truck that can change your skill and style drastically, not so much. I think hollow trucks have kind of died down in terms of talk in 2020, so I decided to give a little input after all these years. And hey, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead, subscribe so we can hit 2K pretty soon. And if you've already subscribed, make sure to ring that bell, ding that bell, do not forget. Because it means that every single week, YouTube will give you a notification saying that I uploaded a new video. That's right, every single week, which is super cool. And I hope you guys stay safe because of COVID and everything, and I hope you stay healthy. Peace out.